502 Insights, where we talk about a little bit of everything. The Orca Show at SeaWorld, also known as Killer Whales.
Being a part of SeaWorld's mission is more than just a job. We are proud of what we do, and it is such a privilege to be able to care for, teach, learn from, and build relationships with these amazing whales. We are so excited to share what we've learned through our relationships with all of you today and many more years to come. We have all learned a new way of doing things, wearing facial covering and social distancing. We want to thank everyone for your cooperation and your patience today as we navigate through this process. At the end of today's presentation, we ask that everyone remain seated, and we're going to have our operations ambassadors make their ways with different colored flags to let each section know when it is their time to exit. But until then, we hope you enjoy Orca Encounter!
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
You hear the waves roll
problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high fly and powerful.
You're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment that's full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you would present your arm to draw blood, or you step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you're going to see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen their social bond and help them problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why killer whales are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orca. Their common name is killer whale. Here at SeaWorld, all 5 of our whales have their own individual name. The 2 in the pool right now are our 2 males, Trua and Makayo. Makayo is our youngest whale at 10 years old, and Trua, at 15 and still growing, is our largest whale at over 6,000 pounds. The 3 whales, who you also met at the very beginning of our presentation, are our 3 females, also joining the males. They are led by Katina, who is our oldest whale at, get this, 44 years old. Katina is also the matriarch and the leader of our pod, which means she is the one in charge. The other 2 females are Nalani, her daughter, who's 14, and Malia, who's 13, just a few months younger than Nalani. Now right now we're going to demonstrate to you one of the most important behaviors we train here. They're called husbandry behaviors. And husbandry is basically a fancy word for healthcare. So right now Trua and Makayo are demonstrating a flute present. And the reason why this is such an important behavior is because this is how we get a blood sample on our killer whales. So what we're looking for with them is to be nice and relaxed, just like they're doing. Right in the middle of their tail flute is a very large vein that Mimi's pointing out. It's right on the surface, so that makes it a very easy place for our veterinarians to take that blood sample. And you guys, believe it or not, we actually do physicals on our whales once a month to make sure that they're staying healthy. Now you also see the trainers like Nick giving a nice tail rub down or maybe a back massage throughout today's presentation. And this is just one of the many ways we can reinforce the killer whales. They do have sensitive skin and they really seem to love to get those back massages. Now think about when you go to the doctor's office, one of the first things your doctor has you do is step on a scale to see how much you weigh. Well, we have a huge killer whale size scale in one of our adjacent pools. It looks pretty similar to this slide up. So we're going to demonstrate what that looks to you. We've actually weighed them about once a week. Now you're going to see a large portion of their body is still in the water, and this does happen on the scale. That's a big muscle on that back tail area called their peduncle. This weighs a few hundred pounds. So to fix this problem, all we have to do is ask the killer whales to lift their tails up and out of the water. Let's see with her, there he goes. And we can get that accurate body weight. Then we weigh our youngsters like Makayo to make sure he's growing properly, and our older killer whales like Katina to make sure she's maintaining a healthy weight. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries surrounding these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. This information would be impossible to learn out in the wild. Some info, though, can only be gained through field observation, and that's why SeaWorld works with our partners such as the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to further that knowledge. Killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best demonstration of that power that we've seen is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will teach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with spikes of their tail fins.
So killer whales make waves when they hunt, and they use those powerful tail flukes to stun their prey. Get ready for a demonstration. For our whales, this is going to be a fun activity session. But for all of you, this means it's time to get wet. Are amazing athletes. They can eat a few hundred pounds of food a day. Their diet will vary depending on where they live and the time of year. Unfortunately though, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful,
but still vulnerable. give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
So much mystery.